Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So about 3:45, Christmas Eve, 48.2 degrees centigrade. Batteries aren't even pretend to charge. It is 9.5 Celsius and 88% humidity. It is so dank, everything's got condensation on it. So welcome to the rain. What am I up to today? I finished off Christmas shopping, and I haven't seen any mice up here. But if you look, you can see like chewing, like that hole there. I didn't make it like that. So and when I was cleaning off the bench, and I'll show you that in a minute, I saw some like nuts left behind. So I'm going to assume that there are some mice up here, though once again I haven't seen them yet. And I'm setting up the wildlife. Where'd he go? He ran away. Anyway, so I'm setting up some mouse traps. Traditional. I also this guy broke. It doesn't work. But there's another one right there that I rebaited, and we're hoping for good things. These two guys I'm going to put over by in between that door, one on each side. Particularly, I noticed that door was chewed upon down the trim, just like that. So I guess it's whacking mice time. Also, I saw Musty One's mousetrap, so I got this stuff. It's good down to minus 20, so there's a half gallon. I'm going to put some of that in a bucket and take these guys. This is all dollar store crap. I'm going to drill a hole through that so that it could spin. Right, these are salt and pepper shakers, but I'm going to drill a hole through it so it can spin, and then suspend it on a string and over a barrel with a little ramp going up. Cover that with peanut butter, and then I got these so I don't have to touch the mice. Imagine this stuff is poisonous, highly flammable liquid and vapor. It's toxic. Poison control. So I do have a few feral cats floating around the property. Fina has gone to a better place, and I mean that literally, here on Earth. One of my wife's piano students kind of has a little bit of a tough life. She has a comfortable life from a material point of view, but she has a tendency to feel things a little bit more than most people, and she's been wanting this cat forever, and she promised her mother the world, and her mother decided to let her take the cat. I'm allergic to cats, and if you hear me even now, I'm a bit nasal. I have continuous allergies, so having a cat inside the house with me isn't the best idea. I'm not allergic like, oh, look at me, I'm going to break out in hives. But what happens is gradually it builds to a worse and worse cold type situation. Then I'm at the doctor's and all. So it's best for Fina and me and everyone, for Fina to become an inside cat. And once again, this young lady, she's basically spoiling the heck out of Fina. So you won't see Fina about unless through some freak of nature they can't keep her and they send her back. But she's been there for a while, and things seem to be working out for her quite well. So I don't think she's going to come back. You know, mistakes you make. When I put this workbench up, and the workbench is the right height, I like it. I like the shelf underneath where I can, keep stuff that I need to find. I like that. I like to be able to set stuff up underneath, though I could get better with what I put underneath. That's all cool. So I did all that right. But what I didn't do right is I left space here. And you can see I put 2x4s in between. But everything I'd hang up would fall, would fall down and get like hung up underneath there. So I took yesterday, and it took quite a while, right? I had to cut each 2x4 and then screw it right into place there. But now I won't be dropping things into the great abyss any longer. Next, I have to figure out what else goes here. The grinder situation seems to be okay. I need to get some additional grinders here. I need to get a power strip up in the back, right? I need to bolt down the vise. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. For the time being, I don't think I'm bolting this down. And I don't think I'm going to bolt the saw down. I moved them around a bit while I was working, and that seemed to work out fairly well for me. But obviously, for the vise to be of any value, it really should be bolted down. The vise would be strongest by one of the ends, so either here or there. But I just have to check to make sure it's going to swing completely out of the way. I was also talking to a buddy of mine who was telling me that one of the best things he has on his bench, and that I'm stupid if I don't add it, is a grinder on one side and a wire wheel on the other. He said he uses that every day. He's in his workshop for something or another. You pick up a screwdriver and it's a little trashy, a flat blade, so you real quickly put the proper point on it that you want, or you pick up a bolt and before you put it in you clear the rust off it. It takes a matter of 2 seconds if it's set up and sitting there. So I have a tendency to think he's probably right, and that should be something else I do. I also, there was a hole back here. You guys can't see very well. But, yeah, there was a hole back there that I also filled up. And I don't know if I'm going to put a shelf across here. That'll help. I know these garage fix-up videos are probably almost like watching paint dry. But, maybe some of you get an idea or could offer me an idea on something small that'd make my life better. I also did some work back here. It's hard to tell, but some boxes have actually moved around. I put a shelf up, right, and obviously I sat boxes on it. But I put the shelf up such that there's no leg out here, so when you walk by, it doesn't bother you. And I captured all the space right up against the wall here. I don't know, how much are you guys seeing? So there you go. You can see the shelf, right? I'm probably going to put up another few, because this would be real nice space to make use of. Then what would be nice is on the top shelf have a little piece that juts out, such that I can like hang up my ladder. When you walk around the garage, it's every chance you get an elbow pokes you right in the gut, eh? Yeah, it would be nice to be able to hang up that ladder and a broom and a couple of other things so that I know exactly where they are and I can find them. Obviously, the garage doors are open, though I'm not getting a lot of light in because it's dark out. But I have the shop light on, and it's this. The color I picked for these are warm white, not sun or bright, just warm, and it seems to work out pretty good. So that one's there. Eventually, I'll probably put another one in between those garage doors, and maybe dead center I picked up these fluorescent lights. I think they're 38 watts. Goliaths. I think that 38 means it's 38 watts. Anyway, these were part. There was a guy who was an independent movie maker, and he was at a yard sale or flea market. There's a flea market held every week in Danbury, Connecticut. New Milford, Connecticut, I guess is the proper terminology. It's known as Elephant's Trunk. And he's gotten a little too hoity-toity for me. Actually, he threw out a buddy of mine who had been setting up there for years because he thought my buddy's stuff was a little bit too lowbrow. You know, my buddy runs the curbs, and he would bring stuff I would like. You know, carts and cabinets and file cabinets. As a matter of fact, I think that file cabinet behind here came from him. You know, I mean, he would have all kinds of cool stuff that I liked. But when you're trying to become hoity-toity and sell to folks from New York City and Hartford and Danbury, you know, the people with the big houses on the hills and the Mercedes-Benz, you know, this junk is not good enough. So, I mean, I used to buy bed frames from him, all kinds of cool stuff. And once he got thrown out, the amount of stuff I was finding there just wasn't working out. So to have a 45, 50-minute drive each way, and to have a tough time finding anything worth buying, and the prices went up, right? As they got all hoity-toity, they also began to think all their crap was valuable. So it just wasn't working out for me. But anyway, that's where those lights came from. I bought a bunch of them. I think I got 4. So I think that'll work out. One there, one in the middle, one on the end. That'll give me much more light than I need. These lights also don't cause any interference on the radio. When I wired these lights, and I think I might have screwed up. I only used a 2-wire cord because, you know, the nice low wattage and everything else, and that's what was floating around. I had some vacuum cleaner cord floating around, so I only wired them with 2-wired cord. I wonder if I ground the metal of the fixture, if I would get a little less interference. So that might have been my screw up. I should run a ground wire up there and just clip it on there, just a loose ground wire to the external fixture, and see if that silences things down a little bit, see if it helps at all. Alright folks, sorry, nothing too exciting, you know, just whacking mice. I think I'll put up a pair of videos. I have a video in the bank on starting up the white van, so I'll put that video up too. So between the two of them, hopefully you guys find something that you like. Don't forget, subscribe to the 1300 subscriber video contest and make a comment, and we'll go forward with that. I think I'm gonna pull things from a hat on Christmas Eve, so we'll see how that works out. I gotta wrap up the wife's present tonight. Remember the Brighton necklace, so I gotta do that. Yeah, the holidays keep you busy, that's for sure. Alright folks, thanks for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and please get out there and enjoy all your days. Thanks for the prayers from my buddies. Prayers always help, and I'm sure those prayers will help them. Combine them with mine. Tomorrow Jason gets his back surgery, so I'll be calling him tomorrow night to see. It's same day surgery, man. They go in and clip your ruptured disc and ship your butt home all in one day. Amazing, isn't it? All right, folks, take care now. Bye.